Hi there. In this brief video, I'm going to try and sell you an idea and give you a practical method of putting that idea into practice. The idea is based on this concept. Good writing, and you want to write well, comes from good thinking. Clear writing, and you want to write clearly, because in IELTS that means coherence, comes from clear thinking. And there's a very strong connection between writing and thinking. Now, the specific idea I'm trying to sell you is that every time, and I emphasize that word, every time you pick up your pencil or pen, before you start writing, and I emphasize that word again, before you start writing, you stop and you think about what you want to write. So far, so simple. Now, one thing to clarify, to make clearer, what I'm not really saying is this. You look at your 40 minutes and say, what I think a lot of people do, here are 40 minutes. I'm going to spend 10 minutes thinking, planning, 25 minutes writing, 5 minutes at the end checking and reviewing, something which in my experience never happens. I'm suggesting something actually rather different. Yes, you spend your time planning beforehand. 10 minutes, I think, is realistic. It's important you do that. But I'm suggesting that you also spend plenty of time thinking as you write, in the process of writing. Don't go in there with the idea that you think, you write, review. I'm not sure that works. Or I'm not sure it's the best way to write the essay. I'm suggesting, and this is where the method comes in, the practical idea I want to sell you is this. I want to sell you the method of every time you get to a new paragraph, you stop and think about that paragraph. You refer back to your map, your plan. A lot of plans never get used. Why make them if you don't use them? Refer back to that plan and think, what is the job of this paragraph? What is my main idea in this paragraph? What reasons and examples am I going to use in that paragraph? And it's important, from my point of view, that you do that thinking before you start the paragraph, not as you're writing it, before you start it. If you stop halfway through, you can get confused. So, method number one, stop and think before you start writing paragraphs, and have a checklist in your head about what you think about. And checklists, I think, are good. And in the lesson below, you'll find ideas about things you can do that. But it's not just paragraphs. Also, before you start every sentence, stop and think about that sentence. What is the job of that sentence? How does it fit in with the previous sentence? How does it fit in with the next sentence? And yes, this will take a little bit of time, but you will end up writing more clearly. And with practice, I suggest you'll end up writing more efficiently. And that means a little bit faster as well. So, quick review. General concept. Thinking and writing are connected. Good thinking makes good writing. Specific idea. Think before you write. Applying that, don't just do your thinking, or don't plan just to do your thinking before you write the whole essay. Instead, stop and think before each paragraph. Stop and think before each sentence. Helpful suggestion is know what you are going to think about. Thinking, very general. Thinking about something specific is much more helpful. And as I say, if you check the lesson below, you'll find some of my ideas about some of the things you can think about.